the first kill, and Zeri gets the second. Could not be going worse for DRX, who opted into this fight. This is going to be an ace and a certified Zeri moment as she picks up the 3-0. And bro, just roll over them.
I don't even know, Valdez.
Please analyze. Please analyze that play, Chronicler, because I have no clue.
I don't even know. What happens is, I think they felt like they might have a good angle, then Fade steps forward just a little bit, so it's Fade that gets hooked, not Croco, meaning that from this point onward, they just have to disengage, right? But that doesn't work.
They're just running.
They're just running.
The whole time.
Again, you got to try something. Right?
Maybe you can try to do that to try to break down the turret. Like, that could be an angle. As we do have the ult here onto Fade. He does have Flash at this moment in time, but Feral just died. Yeah, you're not very tanky as AP Twitch. Surprising nobody, as in goes Hannah once again. The chains are going to land, and Hannah does not have cleanse. But Umpty's really, really, really fast. So that will force the flash there out of Duck Dom, but that's still a free mid-turret at this point in the game, and Karus is getting a free turret bot. They still have the second Rift Herald that's going to be thrown into mid.
All right, I give up. There's no more angles. It's done. I'm calling it.
They do have Duck Dom trying to hold on by himself here against Umpty, but there are just way too many minions. Way too much pressure onto this Nexus, and it looks like that'll do it. Fate with his head in his hands, not the best feel if you are a DRX fan, of course, as this was an Omega stop in game number 3, as Brion will take down the series 2-1.
And Umpty immediately high fives the Lords. They are all going to be very happy. Going to 3-2 now as DRX unfortunately continue their free fall. The Bro Leavers out in full force. They're eating well tonight. And for Brion, continue their... yes.
This is pretty funny. I like this. Opens a whole new world of possibilities for the support role. Which champion will Kedison, the inventor, use as support today?
Twitch.
We could pretty much see anything. I would, you were pointing out to me, you know, we have our sheets prepared. Apparently, not only is Keria playing AD Carry Champions, but also Owner and Zeus are also playing AD Carry Champions. And it makes you wonder, maybe they just can play anything they want at this point, and that's why it's good. And not just the picks themselves are good.
Because individual performance, then additionally, the cohesion of the team as a whole. Just looking all over the place, drafts haven't been great as, yeah, T1, they're having fun. As then Carry has...
Look at that little mischievous face. What's he got going on?
Guma's got some eyebrow action. That was nice.
What is this bot lane cooking?
I actually
scared Chronicler.
Would like to actually this time around see the AP Twitch and then have it do well and not get completely kaboomed in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
What if Keria plays it and it also gets kaboomed? What does that mean for this new meta?
If Keria doesn't pull it off, we bin it. That's it. No,
After
no one else.
And see how that works for them. We saw 3 red side picks in our first series. Baker took a quick 2-second nap there. Oh, there's another one.
Gotta maintain the energy levels, Valdez.
It's just restarting the computer. He'll be back online in a sec.
Yeah, you got the SSD installed, so he doesn't have to wait very long anymore.
Very quick.
As Zeka has been the shining light, particularly on his Silas and Akali, as expected at this point from the player. And that has been a problem, because if he's not on Silas on Akali, I still think he's decent, but decent is not good enough for the current iteration of Humble Life. Man needs to hard carry, or the team's in trouble.
There are a lot of fans for Humble Life Esports as well. By the way, there are multiple... How about a Jax? Ziggs, okay. The beginning of, once again,
if this is actually...
Ziggs is coming back.
We were joking earlier about Ziggs support, right?
Yeah.
So I assume this is just Gumayushi locking in Ziggs. I love Ziggs. I think it's a pick that has really been underappreciated recently. We saw it in quite a while. We have seen it rather for quite a while last year as well. It was good for a period. Very popular into the Aphelios, for example. Gonna see it into the Varus now, as that is a very, very aggressive counter to the Kassadin in the Aurelia. Apparently, Zig's pipe was played in Challengers today, as we are being told by our production. So maybe a double whammy here. Both get a very strong hook champion that can put a lot of pressure on the Ziggs, who of course doesn't have a dash, and also take away a possible combo, because we do know Carryout loves his pike.
A Mumu. Rakan.
Oh.
Haven't seen this guy for a little bit here at the LCK. That sign asks, okay, what is Carrier going to pick today? Could be this Jhin support. Could be the answer for him. It seems like he, saw a couple of small head nods. It's like looking at the coach like, can I do it? Can I play Twitch? No, he's going to play Jhin. I would assume this is for Carrier.
Taking the teleport into account, yeah, I feel safe to say that they won't swap. So full draft from T1 here, completely done in order. So no surprises there. For our live, the Rakan kind of means that you're gonna fault lane, barring some crazy all-in angles early that you might find if Clint pays any attention towards the bot side of the map. But do note that their mid game for Hanwha is exceptional. I do think they might be lacking some damage in the later stage of the game due to them being overwhelmingly AD damage, and obviously if you're into late game against Kassadin and Ziggs, you're in trouble. And the Jace really helps as well with this composition, because otherwise you might run the risk of being way too heavily invested in terms of the AP damage. So overall, T1's draft, I can see backfire. I think it's hard to play a double pretty stationary bot lane into the amount of CC and damage threats that are available for Hanwha Live, but this is T1. So I'll probably make it work, Felbus.
Oh.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's really cool.
So well done.
Wow. Very cool art style.
And then we have the little...
Is that Faker there?
the POG with the hearts.
Oh, I was just looking at Faker there in the middle.
Oh.
I think the
Could be.
Penguin? I guess so.
Emperor Penguin?
Maybe.
Could be.
I like that. Zekka's on Irelia. This could be a very interesting one. Comps out the door, in the lane. Maybe Zekka's just able to pull a closer. He's definitely one of the guys.
If T1 play this out in any way... Oh, yeah, I haven't even...
Oh, no! Is he just dead? Oh, my God!
Come on!
2 minutes and 22 seconds. Just mark it.
As I was saying, if you never get to play the game because your laning phase gets completely gapped, then it doesn't matter. Because you won't have the damage, and you won't be able to walk up ever.
It's definitely one of the lanes where we expected T1 to excel, like just in a 1v1. So, probably not first blood at 2 minutes. Like, we didn't expect that, but definitely one of the lanes where T1 should be winning, as we'll take another look here.
It's really just straightforward, right? Zeus finds his level 2 first, gets full damage, gets his Conqueror procs, and then gets the extra couple of orders in with his transformation. Really nicely done.
Oh, the satchel is big. The root is also a great follow-up. The Ignite is in, and the autos come in as well. As Ziggs 1 was in the air, didn't quite see that, as now Owner's in the bottom side. Guys, what is going on?
They're not going to play the game!
Come on! This is just not fair.
They're not going to be able to play the video game.
What happened to good old-fashioned League of Legends? What is this?
It's done!
Oh, man. Okay, well, Carrier's going to pick that kill up as in goes Zekka, trying to take a big trade onto Faker, and, he does win it. They're going to need him.
Well, at least Faker is kind of screwed, so Owner's going to have to come over and help here. Maybe that's an opportunity, because his lane is shoving away from him, so he's in a very awkward position. So that's nice. But overall, yeah, this is kind of self-explanatory, no? The Jhin just got a double kill as a Dirk at 4 minutes. Ooh, they know that Owner is there.
Does Carry have a Dirk already? Carry is here, just supporting Faker. It's definitely going to be an issue as Zekka just goes in for the plate, takes a turret shot and has to flash away. Meanwhile, the Jhin is nearby. Faker definitely looking for this as there's the deadly flourish, and Zekka is in some trouble. He's got the shot, does Carria, and a bit of a overextension here from Zekka. means that this mid lane is going to get a bit easier.
Well, Faker didn't get the kill, but maybe it's even better that Keria did, I guess. At this point, no, it's not. It should have gone to Kassadin, but you don't really have a choice in that scenario. Obviously, time is very much of the essence. But I just don't know. You know, I'm just going to trust Keria. Going to trust the process. As, again, with the jungle position, 5v5 for that one anyway. As
trying to get on top of Guma here as the ult will come out, and King may have overstepped his bounds, but was it a bait all along? Faker gonna get chained under the turret, and now Clit is here. He's just dead. That's another kill given over to Viper. We'll very gladly thank Kingen for the amazing bait.
Starting to see some messiness here from T1. Taking some unfavorable trades. First, Zeus gets taken down, then now Faker going in deep for a kill when the vision isn't really there, and the backup from the rest of Hanwha Life was timely. And again, despite all this, I think the overall game state is still...
They absolutely do. The poke not necessarily landing there at all. Zeus not going to hit it. Guma not really going to hit it. That's some nice shots from Keria, but now they got to get into the pit as down goes Clit. He is so low, and Ziggs is going to get the Baron. Hanwha Life Esports do not turn. They just decide, okay, we're going to stay out of the Baron. And because of that, they just go down. And now Keria's just flashing on them. Viper and Kingen just have to run away with their tail between their legs, and the coordination not there. T1 just roll over them.
I love the call because I thought they were going to turn.
Yeah.
But then they didn't. Well, that's probably game. I'm kind of shell-shocked, Valdez, because as mentioned, like, Zeka has flash, Clit has flash, right? You have the Maokai ultimate. If you can start a fight there, take down Guma or Faker or Zeus right from the get-go, then you're fine.
Yeah.
And
what's the call here?
Yes, this ult from Clit comes out. You're in a Baron pit. Like, against the poke rump. It's... Faker's about 10 seconds away.
Yeah.
It's about to happen.
He's going to hit 16 off the rod, and he's going to be in a great spot.
Get your clocks ready.
Uh-oh. Get your Monka...
There we go.
Your favorite Monka emote ready.
Oh, he immediately teleports.
Yeah, here we go. He's level 16, and Life is not. And he's also dead. I think it was level 8.
That was underwhelming.
That was a very quick kill.
So who do you vote for POG here? I don't know. It's tough, right? Because the obvious vote is Keria.
Yeah, but at the same time, like...
That's kind of the no-brainer, but it was a lot of lost hitting.
I don't like voting for the player who, like, went for the unique pick.
So is it... Well, you do like voting for Keria, so Faker.
True. Well, there is a Maokai nearby. Can they CC him 100-0? I think he just already into the team. Not 100% sure. Maybe they just got him. Either way, Faker assuming, hey, I'm level 16, I can do whatever I want. And he was right until, well, he ran straight into a tree.
Well, not voting Faker. That one is...
All right, cross that one off the list. Okay.
That makes the decision a little easier.
Wow, Zeka actually flashing away from that one. The Jhin ult on top of Ziggs, on top of Jace. A little bit too scary.
And as abhorrent as the game state is, we keep going back to this because I think T1 have this one in the bag with the lead that they've built for themselves now, right? Even if Hanwha do find an engage, they might be poked down so low that at this point, Faker, as long as he builds up a nice Rift Roll, is going to be able to blow up people nonetheless. But with the Hanwha call...
Taking 2 inhibitors for free. And K'Sante can't do anything about it. I mean, okay, they are going to have the team rotate over now, and Faker doesn't have Zhonya, so that's going to be a kill onto the Kassadin. As inhibitors are going down, and there is that flank TP. Zeka's over the wall.
Flashers
with a nice interrupt, but it's not going to be enough as there is the kill. They get on top of the Ziggs. Hanwha Life Esports, they find a way to win this team fight as the owner will eventually go down, and a couple of members of T1 will survive, but Hanwha Life Esports will hold on.
And even with all of T1's best efforts at trying to ensure that they get rid of every single ward, they don't. Faker going down again here. This Rakan from Life I know his KDA might not look like it, but to me, he's actually been such a big reason as to why Humble Life is still in this game. He's the one getting the combos down on Faker every single time, and crucially, Faker doesn't get that mid inhibitor. And as a result, map pressure still not amazing here, as this time King sets it up. He's so fast.
They're very fast.
Let him go.
That is what 4 Cloud Drakes and a Cloud Soul will do.
Oh, he's also Jace, right? So he also has the gate. Let him go!
He's so fast. And now he's in the top lane.
He just skirted around the rift.
Yeah.
No, but that was a walk from base.
That took about 10 seconds.
He doesn't need teleport anymore.
Yeah.
There's new tech.
What? What is going on? Well, he just casts his ult, so, you know, he gets a little boost, right? And, he's very scary. There's a lot of guys, actually, well, there's 2 that will really benefit from this, the Jace and the Cassidy, who, you know, they're going to get in and they're going to get out, basically, whenever they cast their ult. As Faker is in the bottom side here, you see that teleport is down for Zeka. Definitely the teleport you do want to use. Cassante flanks can work as well, just as I'm going to hold that thought. They are trying to set up onto Faker here once again, as he has not been having a fun time, and he will get charmed and knocked up. There is the chains. He's got Zhonya's this time.
That's Flash, just got to stall.
Flash as well. He's just ulting away, and one arrow does hit him, and the entire team is in the enemy base. So that's 3 inhibitors down now, and a Baron coming up in 50 seconds.
So this one is calculated, right? T1 very aware, even though it was very close. Even in the scenario where Faker ends up dying there, T1 is able to get the triple inhibitor, so as a result, there is no way out of the base here for Humble Life, who are still clinging on to this game. This is mental fortitude. Very impressive here, Valdes.
Yeah.
I feel like and after an exhausting chess match, in the end, Humble Life feel obliged to go in there. If they don't get that Baron, if they don't fight for it, I think you lose the game anyway with 3 inhibitors down. There's no way that you can hold. And T1, 43 minutes. How long it took them to get here, but even with how that game felt like a back and forth, when you look at the gold graph, when you look at the objectives, it's going to tell a very different story.
Yeah, it definitely will. As Kuma and Faker exchanging smiles. It was definitely not your most straightforward team composition from the side of T1. I think it was a little bit cheeky. Some of the new picks coming out, the Ziggs returning as well. And they did make it work. Didn't feel very standard, but they're able to play the style. They're able to pull it off, even though at times it did look a little bit scary. They were still able to suffocate Helma Life out.
Yeah, no, I agree. I actually think that it makes a lot of sense to vote for him, especially with how he sort of took control. But I think it was a massive, it was a team effort for T1. And as you can see behind us here, we have completed the 3rd mask.
One more to the list.
Yeah, of course, if you were there in the pre-show, or at least before the game, then you saw that Carrier didn't have a mask in the middle one. So now we've got an extra one. It was, I think it was Blitzcrank, but we wanted 80 carries. And so there it is. 5 out of 11, so a little bit wishy-washy, a little bit all over the place, but Carrier does pick it up in the end. And thankfully, we got best of 3s here. We'll see whether Humble Life Esports can give us all 6 on the day, or whether T1 can grab a clean 2-0. Let's take it away, commentators.
I will, in fact, take it away, Atlas. Thank you very much, guys, on the space. And yes, that is the real question. I think T1, sometimes they get caught up in their own.
It's a little dongle.
Maybe.
That could be it. If it's just a client crash, then we should be getting back in shortly. This is a little scary.
Alright, so you get the anime references. Is that...
I don't
What is
know.
that?
Don't recognize it. Maybe it's a manhwa.
Maybe.
Not sure.
It kind of looks like...
read a fair amount of webtoons.
Is it L from Death Note? The guy who sits on the chair?
Could be, yeah.
Kind of looks like...
Yeah, like right behind light. Yeah, could be.
Yeah, that's about as far as my anime knowledge goes.
Death Note. That's the only one.
That's pretty much it.
on it, even with my relentless. T1's like, no. Not trusting this.
And now Faker is top. So Talia will be in the top lane for now. Decent little push for the bottom side, a little bit of pressure relief for Viper and Life.
Ooh, Guma not able to finish his Mythic just yet. As Mandate is indeed going to be a big spike. As Sage just walks up.
Uh-oh. Zeka in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to get 100-0 potentially. He cannot get out. He is going to flash, but still goes down as Owner just going to clap him on his way out. Very nice mechanical play from Owner, but Keria was the one who picked up the kill, funnily enough, and they are going to pick up the second Richter.
One of the reasons why trying to play Akali into champions like Vi, into champions like the Maokai as well, we've seen this be quite an issue. If you don't have point-and-click CC, Akali is monstrously slippery. But in situations like this, especially with
I see that, they are looking to actually engage. King just throws them the thumbs up. He's like, yeah, cool story, bro. Like I care. As maybe the first Ornhorn I've seen, and Zeus is totally out of position, gonna get dunked in mid lane. Just like that. Life Esports have an advantage in this game.
And they had been building towards one for quite a while. Ornhorn items, of course, not showing up immediately as Kingen keeps handing him out. The Divine Sun, I want to say it's Deicide. From the top of my head, that was a really cool name that I do remember. As T1 just starts a Baron again.
There's a ward in that pick, guys.
Couple of ultimates being used. Teleport does get invested here. Maybe they want to peel off as a result.
It's an official T1 Baron. A lot of damage will come through, but here comes a massive knockup. The three of them just sitting against the wall. Owner will take the Baron down, but the rest of the team goes down, and no cash-in will come through for Guma. A triple kill for Viper, who is now 5-0 in this game.
And with that, I think we might be going towards a free gamer here, Valdez. Overall, the early game from T1 just not looking explosive enough. Hanwha Life biding our time, finding good individual plays. And now, T1 in deep trouble.
Yeah, the damage that's coming out of Viper right now is just insane. It's also the return of the warrior, assassin, mage, warlock that is Ornn, doing more to Faker than Faker could do to him.
But to be fair,
0-0-12.
T1 knew this was coming, right? Like with the build that they went for, you knew that eventually this Ornn was going to be an insurmountable GOAT. And Kingen and the gang now, Hanwha Life knocking on the base. I don't know if they get the Nexus here, but this game should be well and truly over, Valdez, and we're going to a game 3. Hanwha Life clearly showing signs of life. I'm sorry, I can't end that sentence any other way. I didn't want to, but
the unavoidable pun. The worst kind.
I didn't want to.
He has no vision.
Oh, they won't. No, it's not happening.
Yeah, he's like, oh, well. Now I'm just going to awkwardly back.
Hey, you got to look for that play.
Unlucky.
That's the one line that might get you to win.
Yeah.
You got to go for it.
Well, Hanwha Life Esports, you do have a very massive lead. A couple of open inhibitors that they could potentially push into. They did just take the Baron, so I would imagine they're just trying to line up these waves and look for the end here.
Yeah, no risk-taking, no silly business. You are winning this game 99.9% of the time, so just don't do anything silly. Get those free inhibitors and play it out from there, and you should be completely fine. As Viper, oh man, not the best of time here. Guma, I think he's back up to, you know, a reasonable amount of stacks, but it's not going to matter this game.
Yeah, we'll see if he can get a cash out before the game ends. Don't see it happening though. This one, as you see, Zeka's just looking for the angle. He's just lurking with his trusty cat on a book on his back. As there is the Ornhorn engaged once again. This time will hit nothing. Kingen really needs his flash to really pop off with that one. As Zeus last stand here. They do try to 100-0 Zeka, but he does have a stopwatch, which is enough. It is done at this point. Hanwha Life Esports gonna put an end to this game number 2. And we do have, once again, a third game in a T1 series. Hololive Esports showing that they can stand up to this team. Very nice stuff. As they're able to scale their way to the victory.
Wonderful game here from Hanwha Live Esports. And I think the first time that we're really starting to see what this team will look like as we get further and further into the season. Actually working on a cylinders one, obviously. And personally, wouldn't mind it at all. I think playing Draven into Yone also sounds like a pretty miserable experience. And T1 locking in the entire top side already.
Wow. That's really scary.
I think that banning AD carries as Hanwha here is bait. Because you're just going to push Guma to a mage. And I actually think there's some mages that can just kind of ignore Draven and just wave clear, like the Ziggs, for example, that we saw earlier, and be completely fine.
What do you ban here? I mean, because if banning 80 carries is bait, then how could you possibly begin to ban Karya's champion list?
Well, I don't think you can.
Is this new territory for T1? Well, you called the Jhin. I think that's a good call.
Let's just go Jhin Ziggs.
I think Jhin for either of them. Now, Jinx, I don't... what?
Is it just going to be Jinx Kench?
Oh, no! Oh, what? No, I thought that was done. Like, I don't see that again.
Joe, you can't play Kench into Heimerdinger. Can't be done. Well, Karya might, but I don't think it'll be
Karya is one of the best Kenches
yes,
we have
but
ever seen.
Playing Jinx Kench
aggressive Kenches
into Draven Heimerdinger Elise sounds like the worst time ever.
Yeah, but then why did they pick Jinx?
I don't know.
Why did they pick Jinx in the first place? And now Kingen is just on tank duty. I don't mind this at all. I think this is totally fine.
This is great.
Just allow him to slowly charge up his confidence again. And then we'll hit like Aatrox Worlds level, you know?
Well, Karya, what's it going to be? Is it Jinx Chin?
Singed. For a second, I was like, man, he actually is going to play Singed. But
God.
Karthus?
He's played all of these.
Yeah.
He's played every single one of these.
Soraka!
Okay. I don't mind the Soraka. Karya playing with the hearts of every fan for a little bit there with that highlight reel, and
I was okay with the Karthus. And just like cue the turrets.
Yeah.
I mean, Soraka though, I don't know.
Well, it doesn't solve your issues as what I was mentioning earlier with you playing Jinx with a relatively weak laner into Draven, Heimer, and Elise. I think that Owner has one job this game, and it's just
wow, this is his first time playing Yone in the LCK. And that makes it his 73rd unique pick in the LCK. So Faker just continuing to stack those, and hopefully we have, including this year, 3 years with his contract to get even more.
Oh, yep. Owner knows pathing towards bot side as well, but Clit a little bit ahead. Did not pick up his red buff yet, just cleared his top side, and then now making his way over. Should have an easy time, even with the electrocute. Obviously, Owner is still not going to be able to match even remotely, but do note, there is mid-prio here, so Faker eventually can come to help. Zeka is... Well, that's the man.
Smite. Nope. It's going to go the way of Clid. Here comes Karya, who is very fast because of the low Owner. As okay, we do have a sapling, and he's going to get rooted up here. Uh-oh, Clid in a lot of trouble. He is going to repel. As he's up against the wall, and he just gets zapped by Guma. And Clid, one step too far, perhaps. He got the Gromp, though.
But he had flash.
He felt safe, and then he got zapped.
Oh, that's very, very, very bad, because now the one member of T1 around, except Faker, I guess, which this entire comp is centered, now picks up a free early kill. I say free because literally didn't cost Puma anything. He walked over, he spent W. Well, yeah. Okay, sorry. Not literally, figuratively.
Oh, okay.
Okay? He also wasted time, but I'm not going to factor that into everything, Valdez.
I only think in straight up literal terms.
Not getting anything done this game.
Who are these players?
Oh, here we go. They're going to try anyway.
Yeah, Guma, I think he's just accepting his death. I mean, he flashed, though. Everybody's here, like, all 5 members are bot. You're 100% dead.
That's not fair.
Don't flash. Nice setup here from the side of Homolite Esports. As regardless of if they were expecting it, ends up working.
And you teleport back to top lane. Miss out minimally. They should be losing the Herald for this play. And we do CT1. The on our way pings coming through now, but that's going to be full wave into the turret as well. And Gumayushi really in the unfortunate position of playing Jinx without any help there underneath his turret against 5 people. Although I have a tough time thinking of a lot of...
As he is over the wall, he's going to catch Glid on this one, but Azonius is available. Can the team get in to help him, though? He goes up in the repel, as Zeka is zoning away the rest of the team, as Glid will stay in and take it down. That's Mountain Soul for Homolite Esports. Viper able to 1v1 at Cassante, and now T1 are just lost in the front line. They have no way, as Faker is trying desperately to provide some sort of a front line. Guma just gonna kill force into the team, and Homolite Esports will shut them down huge in the team fights.
And Guma desperately looking for the resets there, doesn't even get the final auto off on Zeka. Well, Viper cast in, sitting on 3.2 gold, but even if they didn't, as long as Homolife didn't lose that fight too decisively, the moment they got that Mountain Soul, they were chilling. Imagine if that Soul doesn't come through, then maybe you do get the kill. Maybe Guma gets the resets. He's doing an incredible amount of damage in this fight. But this is what T1 risked when they gave up, particularly that third Drake, right? Like, Zeus is buying a lot of time here, and Viper is always going to take him down eventually, but crucially, he's not in the fight, right? And Guma is
having a great old time. Faker is going to get a pretty nice ultimate, but a little bit too little, too late. Some of those health bars did get quite low. Zeka is trying his desperatelyest to stop them, but it is not going to be enough. Homolite Esports will clean them up. A massive smile on Life's face as they will take down the Nexus turrets, and the Nexus 2-1 to Homolite Esports tonight.
And the creativity and the dominance that T1 has shown thus far, nowhere to be found in these last 2 games. But the performance of all the members, really, of Homolife, looking amazingly. Clint hitting a couple of super key smites, actually finding, barring that first play, plays across the map, right? Hits cocoons, takes down Faker, puts them on the back foot. Viper, well, self-explanatory, having a wonderful series, both in the previous game and then this one. And Kingen! He's a beefy boy, and he's back on the beefy boys. You gotta love it, Feldes. Homolife Esports with a super important victory here.
Yeah, it's very fun the way they did it as well, because